Good day, Miss Angie. My name is Lian Qi.
Hi, Lian Qi.
May I have a short interview with you on public transport?
Yes, sure.
Thank you, and let us begin. May I know how often do you take the public transport?
Okay, public transport is the only mode that I take whenever I'm going out from home.
Why do you take the public transport?
This can be answered in three ways. Firstly, I think public transport is affordable. The fare is reasonable and people can afford, and is comfortable and convenient. So I take public transport every time I'm getting out from home.
What are the pros and cons of using public transport?
As what I mentioned just now, is affordable, convenience and comfortable. And I think for cons wise is about the waiting time, and sometimes it might delay due to the heavy traffic and the breakdown problem as well.
Describe what a journey on the MRT might be like.
I think this can be categorized into two. During the peak hours, the station will be very crowded. Sometimes it's very hard to squeeze in, and during that time, basically you can notice a lot of different way of humanity sides, and perhaps to alert ourselves to be a very gentle citizen. On the other hand, during the off-peak period, is quite convenient, and I think there should be a way that people like to take public transport.
Share with me one of your experiences on taking public transport.
My experiences with public transport basically is pleasant, and I always notice that lots of people, they will give up their seat to those who are in need, and sometimes you can see that the driver, they are really polite and they will greet the passengers in advance, and this really brighten up one's day. And I think these are those good experiences that I really enjoy taking public transport.
What do you feel about the public transport in Singapore?
Would you like to clarify your question?
When you travel overseas, do you take their public transport? Please share your experience with me.
Yes, public transport has always been my first choice of traveling. Let me share my experience in Hong Kong. I think Hong Kong's public transport system is better than Singapore, in which there are shorter waiting time, and the places in the public transport is more convenient. Take the bus as an example. The travelers can bring up their quite huge luggage and their places to store it. And I think some people would say that the aircon for the bus or for the train is stronger, is better, and they like the environment. That's why they prefer to take public transport than drive. Okay. Other experience is when I travel to Malaysia. For Malaysia, I think we are much more better than them in this way. Their public transport is not that convenient. The waiting time is very long, and the fare as per their income is quite high, and that's why I think people prefer to drive or to ride on their bike. Yeah, this is my experience. Basically, I think Singapore is at the average range, and surely there would be lots of room for improvement.
Okay, do you think our public transport fare is comparable to those countries you just shared with me?
I think it's comparable because our government would review and give rebate when our economy is better, and this really help us lah. And we also have different fare for those students and elderly or young kids, and this really make it affordable to all the people in Singapore.
Have you ever heard about the monthly travel pass? Would you like to share?
Yes, I heard it from my niece who is currently studying in a polytechnic. Yeah, from what she told me, it can be categorized into three. One is a bus only, the other one is train only, and the third one is hybrid, which is for both bus and train use. My niece, who is studying in polytechnic, she's paying the adult fees, and it's quite a burden for her as a student. And after she buy the train monthly travel pass, she told me that the bus fare is almost half of it or even more than that, and she's very glad that this monthly travel pass really help her to keep her money from the transportation fees, and which she can treat herself a better meal. Yeah.
What is your suggestion to encourage people to travel by public transport?
I think currently our government policies is well organized and can encourage the people to take public transport, mainly like different fare for different category of people, and rebate from time to time, and they also buy in a lots of new built buses and the SMRT train and taxi. Also nowadays we have a lots of private competitor like Grab, so the quality of services are better. Yeah, one thing that I think that can be done better maybe is the time of waiting. And then I heard about one apps by SMRT that allow people to check the more accurate arriving time of the buses and trains. And also for train, right, they will from the apps the public can get known to which platform there's lesser people, so that they can wait at the platform for a more convenient and pleasant journey. Also when the buses, or mainly is when the trains break down, then the apps will upload the info on the next two trains of what time that they arrive, so that people can really schedule their journey and to think about what mode of transportation that they would like to take to make their journey out more convenient and pleasant. I think these are the good things that we should maintain lah.
Last but not least, in what ways do you think the public transport can be improved?
Like what I said, we are buying, the government or the company are buying more new vehicles, and this already be one improvement. And the apps also being one good things for people to know the accuracy of reaching time. The other one, I think what can be done is the services, which they have on-job training for their staff, and better maintenance of the system, then buy new vehicles to reduce the rate. And I think these are the way that the government or the company has already done, and it's good enough that to encourage people to use public transport. Yeah, I hope this is answer to your question.
Thank you for your time and valuable inputs. Greatly appreciate your support to my project.
Thank you for your interview. Have a nice day.